Let's do it. Morning.
Every player before we sign them undergoes like a full extensive medical. I suppose, like to use an analogy, if you've got enough money to buy a really expensive sports car, you'd want to look under the bonnet, wouldn't you? So we do a whole range of tests on a player. The first thing that the player will get done is some blood tests, and we look for 100 different variables on the blood test. So everything from, has the player got any underlying infection he doesn't know about? Is he anemic? What's his kidneys like? Liver like? Checking sugar, thyroid, checking for any infections. You'll also handle wee testing that similarly goes off to the lab, and they start working on that straight away while he's undergoing the sort of other tests. Heart-wise, we thoroughly check players out, so we'll do everything from normal stuff, height, weight, blood pressure. He fills an extensive questionnaire in with, has he had any previous heart problems, is there any problems in his family of his heart. More extensive things we go on to check the electrical activity of the heart, so that's an ECG, and then the structure of the heart is looked at with an ultrasound scan of the heart, and that's called an echocardiogram. Myself, I'll check him over thoroughly with an examination. Ali, our head of medical physio, does an MSK screen to look at all his joints. If there's anything we find on that screening, we then go on and investigate that further.
With John, I'll be looking at his joints, make sure they're all in good working order, and then looking at things around his joints. So the ligaments, are they strong, are they all intact? And then the things that support the joints as well, with muscle-wise and soft tissue-wise, tendon-wise. And then we'll put all that together and probably look at some more functional tests. So we can look at things individually, but then we want to see how John moves as a person, landing strategies, this sort of thing. And can he move what's called dissociation? Can he move one part of his body whilst keeping other bits stable, which is obviously vital to the job that he does.
Jonathan Walters, 20th of 9th, 83.
You've had MR scans before, so you've not got any metal in your body that might impact on the safety in the scanner. We'll do start at the top and work down, so we can get your lower back to start.
Finally, John will go in an MRI scan for quite a long time, 1.5 to 2 hours. And with our outfield players, we just check for any problems. We scan players' backs, their hips, their knees and their ankles. If we were signing a goalie, we'd also scan his shoulders because there's sort of shoulder problems. And all that is put together, and when each box has been ticked, then the player is fit medically to sign.
Well, John, that's it, medical over. It's quite an exhaustive process, and one you've probably been to a couple of times now.
Yeah, you lie in a scanning machine for a couple of hours and go through the checks with the physio and the doctor. So blood's taken, urine taken, and yeah, see how it goes.
The hardest bit sounds like that bit behind you, the MRI, where you've got to sit still for 2 hours. That's a hard life.
Yeah, with that noise going through your ears, the sleeping machine. But yeah, you got to try and stay still and not twitch. But yeah, it's a bit boring, but you get through it. Important
to say, not only do these medicals protect the club, they're a good sense of comfort for you as well, that you know you're in good condition, which I guess you do anyway.
You know your own body, so you know where you're at, but it's more for the club, knowing what sort of player they're signing and any little niggles or injuries or anything that flags up, because check all the heart out and things like that, which is really important in modern day football. Cup of tea.